Hey there, recruiters. Did you know that you can actually help companies with retention? Yeah, kind of a big deal. So check out this video right now. Hey, recruiters and aspiring recruiters. If you are looking to accelerate your career and make some more money while doing it, then you are in the right place. So definitely make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, like, comment, and let's have some fun. So us recruiters, we do all sorts of things. And one of the ones we do really well is actually help with retention. This is how we up our game, up our clout. Because remember, the strategic recruiters are the ones who will always do well and always make more money, okay? So here's our just 5 tips on how we can inform and keep companies in the know. So first and foremost, culture fit during hiring will always boost long-term retention. So once you are figured out what a company is looking for personality-wise, soft skills-wise, I kind of like put those into 2 things. What people really stand for in here, right? Then you can really help them hire. So think about this. When you're having a conversation with them as your recruiter screen, you're having that initial conversation with the candidate, you can help them screen for that culture fit. Because what you don't want to do is pass people forward that you know long-term is not going to fit. Okay, that's just not going to work out. Now you might be thinking, well, I'm just going to have them, if I have more people leave the company, I have more roles to fill. Okay, well, guess what? You're eventually going to get found, and that's just not going to work out. That's bad business. Stop thinking like that. Okay. Another great thing to add as far as retention is going to share some insights on best practice for onboarding. Okay. Onboarding with a smooth transition. So if you see or hear something that doesn't make sense time-wise or experience-wise, definitely make sure you share that. So for example, if you have a company that wants to hire really, really, really fast, the question you have to ask is, that's all great. What's your onboarding experience going to be like? When do you want them to start? Do you want them to start all at once? Because now you have to start thinking really like a chess player, because it's great when you get them to accept, but when are they starting? Because guess what? You don't get paid until after they start, and you don't keep that money technically unless they stay. And then unless they're happy, you're not going to continue to work with that company, right? So all of these things matter. And so having an actual best practice with onboarding and a plan, the 30, 60, 90 plan, you should really involve yourself in. Not to say that you need to make this plan, but start asking some questions and start letting them know that this is really important and it helps with retention. And not just retention with the new hire, this actually helps with retention with the current employees, which is super important, okay? Because think about this. If the current team is interviewing a bunch, right? Which is its own separate thing I won't talk about right now. But if they're interviewing a bunch and they're having people join and leave immediately, aren't they going to feel a way about their team, thinking to themselves, why am I on this team? Why are people leaving this team? Probably not a great company, right? Another thing is start highlighting ongoing feedback. So if a candidate is feeling a way about the process, is feeling a way about an interviewer, the hiring manager, whatever it is, continue to give feedback, because those are learning moments. And that too can really help with retention, okay? Because during a whole interview hiring process, it really does affect the team, and it can affect them in a very negative way. So it's very, very, very important. And they're not going to be able to hire if their team isn't a well-oiled machine and feeling happy themselves. Now, another thing is to really stress the impact of a positive exit interview process for future rehires. Okay, so this is something that I know isn't talked about a lot because it doesn't always happen, but I'm thinking about, layoff situations in particular, because that's been happening a lot. But a tip that you can give is say, hey, you know what? I'm here with you for the long haul. And if for whatever reason you go through a rocky patch, I want you to know that exit interviews really help for when it's time to rehire. You can even say, I have some templates, I can help you with that. I can even help, keep them warm, after the layoff process. Or hey, even better, why not, when you have layoffs, pass all those people to me and I'll do my best to take care of them. That's a win-win, right? And last but not least, advising on creating a referral-friendly environment to leverage networks, okay? And again, this is something that you can do yourself, right? But it's really important to tell the company that retention is really about making sure that everyone is happy at the company. Not just happy, but really proud to work there. And so you can have internal people be very thrilled to say, hey, you know what? My friend would love to work here. And guess what? I don't want to take the money out of your pockets here, okay? Because you're thinking, well, if someone internally is referring them, doesn't that screw me? You can still do this yourself, or you can also pay it forward with the company, because guess what? If you pay it forward in your career, what is the company going to return and do? Pay it forward back. They're going to refer you to another company. So you maybe would have gotten a couple of referrals, but now you have 3 referrals in 3 different companies, okay? So helping them set up a referral-friendly environment is massive for their company, and it's great for their retention, okay? And it promotes camaraderie, and it shows them that you are in it, not just today and not just for these quick wins, but for the long term, which again sets you up very nicely as their partner. All right, so recruiter, put that strategic hat on and keep it on and help your companies with retention. All right, all. So I want to hear other retention tricks because I only went over 5, and I feel like I could talk about retention for, I don't know, a good hour, but no one has time for that. So I will see you all the time. How about every week? I'm Brianna Rooney, your Millionaire Recruiter, and don't forget that money is just a vessel to do all the amazing things you want to go do in life. Go live it. See you next week.